So many people showed up at that tiny little chapel, they couldn't all fit in there. So they just sat outside, and that parson preached out the window to them like he was roaring through their own.
We came here to salute Dave, so this is Dave's after party.
This is for Dave. Hey.
This is for Dave.
Rest in peace.
Amen. We love you, Dave. Thank you, guys. Thanks for letting us stay here.
Like a hurricane. So jump on board, have no fear. You're chugging along with the mighty engineer. So explosive, God's locomotive. You hear the thundering all the way over here. Well, we're holding salvation to the hometown station, all over the world in every single nation.
Oh, look, the aristocrats are here.
The famous
The famous theater director, and his wife. Well, how wonderful. What do you have to say about our dear friends, the Jensens?
I don't want to say that.
The Jensens are three princes. They're three great human beings, and Dave was, he'll look down on us from the stars forever. He's the greatest.
Queenie's saying something more for you.
One of the things that Dave really enjoyed when we were in Italy was gardening. He really enjoyed gardening, the agriculture aspect. As you can imagine, Dave made many friends very easily in Italy, and also along with the purchase of the home that we purchased in 2017, we got some really ancient winemaking equipment. And the man that sold us the house, the 90-year-old man that sold us the house, was more than willing to take Dave under his wing and tell him everything he knew about everything, not just winemaking. So Dave enjoyed making wine the last 4 years when we would go out for vacation. I brought over or shipped over 24 bottles of the wine that Dave made this last October. That while Dave was able to taste it last November, on St. Martin's Day, they do the taste and the tap, where you taste it and then you tap it off and bottle it in March. Dave wasn't able to taste the March wine, but that's what we're going to have for you today. So 4 different types of Dave Jensen's wine. Reverend John Cedarleaf, a very important part of all of our lives, is going to say a little something, and then we'll have some wine and think about Dave.
Yes. I always think of Dave as being, let me see how to put this in a way, a spreading of a kind of fertilizer of love to help people grow. You know, like if you put fertilizer in the garden, you put fertilizer in the field. Dave spread that fertilizer of love to help people grow and to be more loving.
You know, it's not an accident that we have such incredible musicians here, because Dave really kind of nurtured the songwriter community, and I'm really very grateful that you all are here tonight.
At Jensen's Marina, I'm walking on coquina over my good gal Tina. I lost her at Jensen's Marina. Well, I danced around by the fire.
They didn't let anybody in that party. What's up, my friend?
Here to celebrate Dave.
Here's to our mutual friend, Dave Jensen, right? Amen. Love you, Danny.
I just want to say just before Dave moved to Italy, he said, you know what, John, I've been getting into going over the causeway, and I roll my window down, I crank up the air conditioning, put the window down, put on a killer song. He says, I think I'm really going to miss that when I move to Italy. So every time I go over the causeway now, I roll down the window, kick on a tune, and think of Dave. So.
Dave was one of those people who just radiated wisdom. He radiated love. He radiated peace. He was just one of those who always made you smile, who just warmed your heart, and who just represented humanity. You can't really explain it or analyze it. It's just what it is. It was just a special gift. It was just who Dave Jensen was. He just glowed.
When Dave found out that the business would be sold, specifically it would be sold to somebody that would cherish this property as much as the Jensens did, that they would be stewards of this area, he was thrilled. He was thrilled that this, and he said it several times, in that short period of time, the week before he died, when he knew that this would be happening. Finally, my brothers will be as free as I've been able to be this last year. He said that several times. What I want to say is what a blessing it was that you were all such a part of his life that it led to this point that he was comfortable asking John and Jimmy, can I do this? Can I support, can I go after my own dream now? And how fabulous was it that I was able to be part of Dave's life when he was confident enough that he can live his own dream the way that he supported all of ours for so long. So when we think about Dave and we think about the happy-go-lucky fellow that he truly was, you know, think about how you made his life that much richer. Thank you so much. Thank you.